Hey everybody, I'm Talia Maria Gudis. I am an esthetician cosmetologist and the creator of the natural handmade cosmetics line Elixir with the Secrets by TMG. Today's video is not about skincare. Today's video is about how and why you should protect yourself and cover your face during this coronavirus pandemic. Now, the reason why I decided to make this video is because, for example, a lot of countries have begun to reopen their businesses after a period of lockdown. Now, that does not mean that this is no longer serious or the virus is no longer out there or there's a solution. There is no solution yet. Until the scientists will come up with a safe vaccine or a treatment that can cure the people that are infected, this remains very, very serious, okay? And it's up to us to be responsible and to be very extremely careful in order to protect ourselves and to stop spreading the virus. Okay, now, according to the CDC, we should all cover our faces every time that we go out of the house. And this is for many reasons, because, for example, the virus can spread through talking or even breathing. So, according to the CDC, they advise us to wash our hands thoroughly, to maintain distance, correct distance, which is 6 feet, and that's what the CDC advises us, to always cover our faces whenever we go out, and to clean the surfaces in our house, the surfaces that we come into contact with frequently, and to clean those surfaces very, very often, okay? So we should always cover our face whenever we go out. And this is because the virus can enter our body either through our eyes, our nose, or our mouth. And that is why it's very important for us to cover those three parts whenever we go out. So you protect your eyes by wearing glasses, and you protect your nose and your mouth by covering with either a mask if you already have purchased and have masks, or if not, with a scarf or a cloth, and that you will be able to see. If you don't know how to cover and use a cloth or a scarf, there will be a link underneath in the description. There will be the link of the CDC that has a demonstration on how to cover your face with a cloth, okay? So it's very important, though, to note that you should never cover your face. You should never cover children's faces that are under the age of 2. You should never cover the faces of people that have trouble breathing or people that are unable to remove without assistance, okay? So, that said, I want to show why and how we should use a mask, okay? So I'm going to be doing the demonstration with a simple disposable surgical mask. Now, before even touching your mask, you want to wash your hands thoroughly. Now, every time that I say wash your hands thoroughly, I will be doing it with a sanitizer, our handmade sanitizer that we made in a previous video using aloe vera and alcohol. And I'm going to be doing this in order to not be getting up all the time and washing my hands and to gain time. But between using a sanitizer and washing your hands, always prefer to wash your hands thoroughly, okay? Use the sanitizers when you don't have a choice. When you're out doing your shopping and you want to use the sanitizer, okay, fine. But if you're at home or if you have access to washing your hands, always prefer washing your hands, okay? There's so many videos out there that show us how to wash our hands correctly and thoroughly, okay? So I'm washing my hands for 20 seconds very thoroughly, okay? You wash your hands thoroughly, okay, for at least 20 seconds. And then you take your mask and you cover your face and adjust your mask to your face, okay? Now you're safe. You're going out of your house, you're running your errands, you're doing your shopping. This is protecting you and it's protecting the other people. And what do we mean by that? This is a very particular virus, meaning that someone can have the virus, can be infected, and not show any symptoms. They can be asymptomatic. And this does not mean that that person is not sick. That person is sick, but they're not showing any symptoms, okay? It doesn't mean that they're not sick. They are sick, but they're not showing any symptoms. Another particular thing about this virus is that the person can have the virus and not show any symptoms for 5, 10, even 15 days. But that person can be spreading the virus. So the first reason why we are using the mask is because we don't know if we are not infected, okay? So we're protecting others from getting the virus, so we're not spreading the virus. Another reason is because when people speak to each other, there are droplets that are invisible, but that are leaving our mouth and moving in the direction that we're speaking. So you can see this, for example, in the cold. When you're talking in the cold to someone, you can see, some fog or like a small cloud that's leaving your mouth and moving in the direction that you're speaking to, which is usually towards someone that you are speaking to. So those droplets move towards that person and can go on their face or even in their mouth, or go on their face, and then you scratch yourself, you touch those infected droplets, and then you eat something. So that's why it's very, very, very important that we never ever touch our face unless we have a clean face and clean hands, okay? So we're going out, we have our mask on correctly with clean hands and everything. And some things that I've seen people do in the streets is they're wearing their mask and then they see someone and they go like this and they start talking. You never, ever touch your mask, remove your mask, lower your mask, for many reasons. For starters, you may have spoken to someone that was infected, the cashier, or someone that was infected, and they did not know that. And there are droplets that have fallen on the mask. And as soon as you touch it, those droplets just went on your hand, and you're going to start infecting things that you touch. The second reason is that some of the droplets that may be on your mask, as soon as you go like this, your mask can go like this, and then you're spreading those droplets directly on your face, or maybe even in your mouth or in your nose. So that is why it's very important, as soon as you put your mask on, before leaving your house, with very, very clean hands, you never retouch it, okay? As soon as we go back in the house, the first thing that you do immediately is you wash your hands for 20 seconds thoroughly. That's the first thing that you do, even before removing your mask, okay? Now, we're gonna remove the mask, never by touching it in front. We're gonna take the ear loops and remove our mask. Now, if it's this type of mask, which is a disposable mask, as soon as you finish using it, you throw it out, okay? If it's a reusable mask, you just follow the instructions on how to clean it, how to disinfect it, how to sanitize it, by following the instructions of the mask that you have purchased. If you are using a cloth that you've made by yourself, either by using a cloth or a scarf or whatever you've used, you do not reuse that before cleaning it. Now, on the link below that the CDC has advised us, they also say that you never reuse the cloth, okay? And you wash it in high temperatures in a washing machine, okay? So you just follow the correct instructions, okay? So now we're gonna show how this mask does actually protect us as well. It's not only because it helps us not to spread the virus if we are infected, but it also helps us by protecting us, okay? So I have my mask on and I'm out in the streets and I'm out at the grocery stores, and the cashier talks to me. So as she's talking to me, droplets are leaving her mouth. I just can't see them because they're invisible. So what we're taking here is water that we've colored with pastry color, okay? So that person is talking to me, and as she's talking to me, you see, droplets have left her mouth and are on my mask right now. So if I wasn't wearing a mask, these droplets would now be on my face. So this is how the mask protects me. And as you can see, nothing is on my face, okay? So this is protecting me more than if I'm not wearing anything to protect my face. So this is why it's very, very important for you not to go out without covering your face. Okay, so as we said, the reason why you never touch your face or the mask is because that person spoke to me. I scratched my face, okay? Here we go. On my hands now, all the red thing that you can see are the droplets that may be infected with the virus. Now imagine that I've touched my mask and then I touch an item in the grocery store and I decide not to take it. But the droplets that were on my hand have now gone on the item, and then I put it down, and the next person that's gonna pick up that item might get infected. And that's why it's very important, because someone may have done that to the item that you just touched. That is why it's very important that the first thing that you do when you get in your house is wash your hands thoroughly, okay? All right, we wash our hands very, very thoroughly, and we remove our mask. Now that you see that it could be infected and what it could look like, it looks pretty scary and it looks really bad. And that is why you should never, ever touch your mask in front. And now you don't know if someone may have spoken to you and any part of this mask could be infected. That's why you take it off very carefully from the ear loops, okay? You throw away the disposable mask. If it's a rewashable mask, you're gonna wash it. A reusable mask, you're gonna wash it. You're gonna disinfect it or sanitize it the way that the instructions that the mask that you've purchased come with. And as soon as you finish manipulating your mask in any way, the first thing that you do without touching anything in your house, because you don't want to affect anything in your house, is you go and you wash your hands again. Now, the best thing to do as soon as you walk into your house, when you finish manipulating your mask and you wash your hands for the last time, is to also wash your face thoroughly, okay? Because you want to protect yourself. You don't want to be extremely careful without protecting yourself, okay? You don't want to touch this and then touch something else that you might touch again and then get affected. That is why it's very important to follow these steps correctly. So wash your hands thoroughly. If it takes 20, 30, 50 times a day, that's fine. It's better to be safe, do it 1,000 times if that's what it takes, just to remain healthy and safe. It is up to us to act responsibly at this moment in order to stop spreading the virus and to remain safe and healthy. Okay? Until the scientists come up with a solution, it's up to us to be responsible in order to stay safe and healthy. I hope this video was helpful. I hope that you all stay healthy and safe, and I hope to see you with our next video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.